but you can do it in Dragon Age 2? What the fuck? I just don't get it. And I might as well tell you about some characters in the story. The story is actually a bit weaker in this game because I don't know. It is when you jump timelines, or at least when you jump a certain time and point, like every time it's like 3 years after this, it feels sort of disjointed, and there's some people you never met before, like, "Hey, Hawk," and like, "Who are you? What? Who? What?" And I just don't get it. And also like the first enchanter mage, I'm like, I forgot his name, but I was like, why do I know you? I don't know you. I never even fucking met you. I mean, I've never seen you walking about. I never see. Well, he's a mage, so he can't walk about. But mainly the story is all about us versus them, the mage versus the Templars, and most of the side quests are about the mage versus the Templars as well. And when you play as one of the other classes, I think you're really supposed to play as the mage and not as the warrior or the rogue, because the warrior and the rogue in the story feel really irrelevant, and it doesn't feel like they should be a part of the story whatsoever. And that's what you get with them when you listen to the story. It feels like the warrior and the rogue don't belong in the story. It's just the mage Hawk. And if you've already seen the CG trailers for Dragon Age 2, what do you always see? A male mage Hawk. So I really think you're supposed to play as the mage in this game and nothing else. So it makes it a bit pointless of being the other classes. I don't know. Really odd. But as I was saying about the story, I like the way the storytelling is, by someone else's point of view, but it's just a bit weaker from Origins, because when you're trying to rise up as being the champion, because it's just some of the side quests are mostly busy work. I know most of the side quests show you both sides of the Templars and the mages as well, and seriously, the mages are fucking violent. Jesus Christ. Well, Templars are no different from themselves. I think there's like a couple of good Templars, but that's about it. But I really don't know what I know they're trying to make their story seem a bit more smaller. I know they can use the Blight again, but I don't know. It just doesn't seem like what I'm after. And being a champion, you think being a champion would allow you to do more amazing stuff, especially when you move up in the world, where you become when you're a refugee, where you do busy work things, and then you become a sir or sire or something like that. And you might do more important work, and then you become the champion, and you do even more important work, some more epic things to do, but it's not the case. So it's really disappointing in that way. As I already said, I know you can't use the Blight excuse again because you're traveling all over the world, but I thought there'd be more to it. I know there was one where you try and investigate a murder, but the problem is it just didn't feel like you were investigating a murder at all. So yeah, I know, it's a bit disappointing. But the characters, I'll just tell you about the characters. The characters are not memorable. I think there's only like 2 that I really remember. I got attached to. Fenrir, I think that's his name is, an elf. An elf who is a former slave, and he has lyrium through his body. Ouch. And I think the reason why he's got white hair, is probably because of the lyrium that's been put in his body. If you've seen his sister, she's got red hair. So I'm assuming lyrium did something to his hair. That's what I assume. But I also like Varric. Varric is charming. Yeah, being admitting to people like, yeah, I'm a compulsive liar. So what do you expect? But he's loyal. The guy's loyal, and he's just really good fun to talk to. I don't know. I said Fenrir, it's like really dark, but if you get able to get him to be your friend, he actually opens up, and he's actually, not quite bad, and I quite like him. It's just the others I don't like. This pirate woman, I mean, who flirts with anything that moves, and I'm sure she's harbored some sort of sex disease, I don't know. But whatever it is, I'm not sticking my sausage roll into that. Okay, it's staying out. And some of the romance options are a bit really, really weak, especially when most of the men are after you. If you're a guy and a lot of the romance options with guys, you're like, what the fuck? I'm straight. Look, only Zevran could get away with this, but not you. No, not you. Okay, only Zevran can get away with it, but not you. And then I think it was is it Avon? Avon, this whiny mage guy. He was actually pretty funny at the start, being a bit mad, but he just whines and whines about how the Templars are after him and how the Circle of Magi was a complete shithole. And I'm like, yes, I get it. Shut up. I mean, Alistair was a bit whiny, but at least he fucking realised that, and he apologised for that, and he moved on. Okay. And of course, Alistair went back to his funny routine, or his funny shtick. There was also this weird pixie elf girl. I forgot her name. It's a Meryl or something like that. Yeah, she's a bit. Would I romance her? No. And of course, I think there's this barbarian woman as well, who I believe she used to be a soldier for Lodrin. That's what I can't say his name properly. Who then later becomes a guard. I thought she was okay, but I thought she was okay. She has some good things about her, but she's not really a character I'm going to remember. And also there's the Exiled Prince. Yes, I bought the Exiled Prince, but on my second playthrough to see what he's like. I think he really was supposed to be in this game, but they took him out and like, oh, we can make them pay more money for this. Bastards. I know. And the prince is not even that interesting either. He's a fucking annoying with his religious bullshit. Sorry, I just don't care for I don't care for religion that much. If you're gonna care for religion, don't talk to me about religion, okay? I don't want to get into it. And of course, here he goes about the religion, about the maker, blah 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 blah, and all this. And of course, another thing was, he defied me when I didn't want to kill Avon. Because he's like, Avon killed the mother, and I'm like, so? He killed those innocent peoples and some innocent Templars, but I'm not gonna kill him just for that. That'd be the easy way out. He's gonna work for his redemption. And of course, it's like, and then Prince is like, I'm gonna bring back an army and kill your precious avatar. I'm like, yes, you go do that. You even forgot I'm a mage and I can summon fucking fireballs from the sky. And of course, the Exiled Prince is a bit of a prick as well, because he was saying things about mages and such, how the mages are dangerous, and I'm like, hey, Prince, I'm a mage! And of course, Flemeth was in it for a little while. Not very long, but only a little while. And I was going to say this, most of the voice acting is really, really good, apart from one. But let me tell you about Hawk, the Commander Shepard. So to let you know, there's a difference between Hawk and Commander Shepard. Commander Shepard is very charismatic. He's a natural leader. He's well liked. Whether he's been nice or been bad. Actually, he's very hilarious when he's trying to be the bad guy. And even though a lot of his arguments, or when he's been being bad is quite reasonable, actually. Like punching the newswoman who offended his comrades, and the people who died to protect the Citadel. Yeah, you take that, you fucking bitch. Punch her. So he doesn't really do anything dickish, but... And Comanche's got a really good voice actor as well. But Hawk... I don't really see him as a leader, and his voice actor isn't really that good. He hasn't really... When you try... He's got the same dialogue system as Mass Effect 2, but... you could be peaceful, sarcastic, or angry is the wrong word. It's aggressive. You can either be those three, and I think there's like extra options to choose from, etc. But this voice actor is not really good, especially if you remember a scene where his mother died in his arms. He didn't really sound really emotional, and seriously, if I was him, this is what I would expect him to do. Sort of like trying to keep it together, and then when his mother died, he puts her down slowly, and then this is what I would do if my mother died in that horrible way. The one in which she got cut up and turned into a zombie. I would just gently drop her body on the floor, just go in a fucking rage, screaming, smashing my fist on the table, smashing my fist on the walls. And just being in a short burst of anger. That's how I would be angry and upset. What does Hawk do? He doesn't show any emotion. Nothing. Yeah, nice way to be upset about your mother, you bastard. I'm sorry, he's not a very good voice actor.